Welcome to Larisa Lili Temperance. Today we're doing your love read. This is for anyone, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Sag. Also know this is a general read, you guys, so energy's fluid. You guys put where the shoe fits. You know, I speak like I'm speaking about your person, but energies can be merged, and then also how they come out through the channeled message throughout the read. I tend to sometimes really sense where they're in what direction they go, but you guys know your story best, of course, right? I'm just the channeler of the energy and I do the best I can. So let's just get into it. Sag, the energy here, and this is, you guys, fires are always the fire signs have been really difficult. And I feel like the eclipses are really hitting, the retrograde and the eclipses are hitting the fire signs pretty hard. One, it was on this eclipse was on Sagittarius, right? So it would make sense, Sag, here for you. So there is pride here. There is interference, and it has to do with a lot of ego, and that is the barrier here. And I don't know if it's mutual. I mean, if maybe both of you feel like each other's soulmates, or one is more obsessed than the other. But there's a lot of conflict and hard boundaries. Maybe hard boundaries had to be placed. But it kind of doesn't feel like the most healthiest energy, because it feels like the ego and the pride has been cyclical, and it's been it could have possibly been an in and out energy, in the sense of you guys get back together, separate, get back together, or fight and then go silent, and then talk, fight, and then go silent, and never really leave each other. But it's like not the healthiest form of communication here, because of the ego. So it's a big barrier for this connection to move forward, and this doesn't feel like a connection that's broken up entirely. This feels like a connection of people who fight. Okay, so let's see where this goes. Spirit, give me more on this energy for Sagittarius, please. Because fires have been very intense so far. So yeah, here we have keep an open mind, let your friends help you, and worth waiting for. And then let go of control issue. Here we go. Children, free yourself, honeymoon, separation. And my honeymoon card is always my Six of Swords, trying to harmonize. So this is the back and forth, the separation. You guys are good because you guys don't really separate. It's not you're broken up. It's just you guys just kind of do this to each other, and it's not the most. It's pretty toxic. That's why free yourself, children. I feel this is more of the ego, where there is a very low energy way of communicating, and it has to do with control, which is the ego. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Leo energy show up here. And not because Leos are like the ego trip, but meaning the energy of Leo when in ego. So I feel like this person is watching you now. So this seems like the connection is on the off stage, of where you're at, and they're waiting. There's a waiting here of when can we get together, when we're going to talk again. You may be out and about, Sag, minding your business, and kind of just like, you kind of know this is the cycle, and it's like, there's unresolved issues here. The door is not actually closed. And so you both are just kind of understanding your differences in how you communicate, and so are always obviously opened to each other. Like the door's never closed here. This doesn't feel like you guys close each other. It's not, but it's not the most healthiest, you guys. So let's see what we can do here. Spirit, what do we got for Sag, please? How many do I have? Give me one more. Oh, I'm not taking all that, Spirit. No, I'm not doing that like Aries. Okay, energies for Sag, please. Okay, thank you. The waiting game again. So, and there, see, fertility, the Empress. There is a mutual understanding. Like, if you guys could get your energies, be more in the feminine energy, if you allowed your emotions to be more on the forefront versus the ego, you guys can heal this connection. Because I feel the fact that the Empress is here is because there is a nurturing like an unspoken understanding that somehow you both get each other, right? So when it's good, it's good. And so here with the Hierophant, this is very stuck. You guys are just stuck with a conventional way of being, more than you'd like to hear this, Sag. And I feel it's mutual because someone's got to give, right? And if it's not an off thing, and the fact that we have 2 2s here, that means balance. This needs balance, but there's a lot of duality here. There's good, right? You can have the good without the bad and the bad without the good, which I think secretly fire signs you kind of get a little bit of a high out of, because you kind of love the passion side of this connection, but very stuck on each other's differently, stuck on your ways in different ways. And a change needs to be made, and more wiser. You guys have to, this is a 5 also, so there's a sense of freedom that's needed here to be changed and rerouted, and just more wisdom applied, more wisdom, right? More of a mature approach, because we have the children, right? No more of that back and forth, because you're both deserving of love that's consistent and here to stay. And you both have to be that feminine energy to each other, that loving energy where it's unconditional, but also that is always going to make you feel safe as well, right? Like nurtured and emotionally safe, where you don't have to be in your ego all the time. So with this mental conflict, right? So this is a lot of contemplation. Right now it's a time apart, the waiting game, worth waiting for. So you guys kind of know it's just a lot of, you're both not talking to each other, obviously in separation and the off stage of this connection, and but yet waiting for each other to like reconnect. Here we have the awareness and the stand your ground, which is the 7 of Wands. And then here we have the transformation with the passion ignited, which is to start over again. And you know what? This is where a little bit of the toxicity kind of comes in, because it is a bit, this could be a little bit of a manipulative tactic where you both create hard boundaries with each other. Not the most healthiest energy, but to bring about this change again, to start over. And then I feel like it doesn't last. Either party or one kind of knows it drives someone wild, and so then that Ace of Wands, the sacral energy is activated, where you both need to kind of sexually connect, and then the cycle begins again. So then you connect through the sacral, and it's great and it's wonderful, and then it doesn't last long, and so then you're back at this cycle again. And so I feel like this is supposed to change. This cycle needs to transform if this energy still wants to be together, you know. All right, let me get a cup of water here. This is I just did Aries and it was intense, and this is another one. This is the last one I'm doing because fires are always so difficult. But I see where it's going here. Okay, Sag, so give me more on this Empress here. Eight of Pentacles and the World. And this is, I feel, the healing, the feminine energy that needs to, the Hierophant, the change that needs to happen in this connection. You both need to work on your heart space. How can you guys harmonize this? How can this connection move forward and advance to a new cycle where you're not running from each other or upset or allowing the ego to take place? And this is what this energy needs. This is what this connection needs. It really needs more feminine energy, more love than ego. It's killing it because the ego's the fear, right? So give me more on this wisdom. You just fear. There's obviously a triggering happening here. Give me more of this wisdom here. Give me more of the wisdom, Spirit. Thank you. There goes that Magician, and I'm telling you, it feels like a manipulative tactic. Yep, Magician and Four of Wands. And I feel like this is the instability of this connection where you both manipulate, but yet are committed, because Four of Wands is about commitment. So you both are committed, but yet manipulate the energy. And so it doesn't stay still. It doesn't stay consistent. Yeah. Three of Pentacles, you work together for a little while. Five of Cups, you lose each other's way with this Devil energy. And it's because, again, there isn't, the collaboration that happens is not really happening from a genuine heart space, due to, it just feels like fear and stubbornness to be the first one to give in any way. But this reaction feels like it don't matter if you're Tom or Jerry or Rob or Lisa, Stacy, or Anna. Like, this is gonna happen with anybody, you know. But in a strange way, there is love here, because you guys come back to each other, you know. But let's see, Spirit, give me more on this mental conflict. You guys know if you're dealing with something more toxic, but I want to see where else this goes. Give me more on this mental conflict, please. Six of Swords and the Ace of Wands. And again, I feel that's that sexual energy, right? So we saw the Ace of Wands. So you guys will eventually kind of speak again, because if you're going to be with anyone, you're going to be with each other. And so you guys kind of go back to each other mentally, just kind of give up on that ego. And then, because again, that sexual energy kicks in, and then you go back. And you both want to, and then both of you want to see each other. Without a doubt, you both want to see each other. Give me more on this waiting game. Give me more on this waiting game here, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. Again, there's the Two of Wands in the bottom. So this is the Two of Wands. You know, it's like this constant baggage, I feel, with the Ten of Wands. This constant baggage of the inconsistency and the instability that this connection just doesn't seem to stick to one thing, right? To just be happy. And so here we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. The struggle of, I feel like, seeing life together, but not being able to find a balance within each other's energy on a physical level, like 3D, to really bring it about in a healthy way physically where it can stick long term. And this could be you, Sagittarius, where you're just overwhelmed with this back and forth already and not knowing what to do, you know, and that's why you're so tired. Two of Wands, it's like, oh my God, like, why can't we just be happy? Why can't it just be still? And it just feels like, you know, I'm gonna pull some. I want to see what the emotions here are, Spirit. What are these emotions? There's just a lot of emotions here, Sag. Spirit, what are the emotions here? This may resonate or may not resonate for everyone, but I want to see what's going on. What are the emotions for this connection? What are the emotions? Love. I'm so madly in love with you. Independent. I admire your freedom to be who you truly are. And isolation. Nobody cares. And working. I'm just really busy. And then we have surrender. Can we forgive and forget? So this is what you guys do. And depth. I want to give you more of me and I want more of you. Boom. Boom. This needs to reach that feminine energy for this new cycle. This is what I'm saying. This is where the depth comes in, because the ego is the fear. It's just a resistance, which is why surrendering is necessary. And like this level of independence, I feel, is in isolation. So it's almost like you both, that ego of like, well, we're good on our own, right? So it's an admirable, dear God, it's an admirable trait of the two of you, that you're both fine on your own. But it's not necessary. You guys don't need to validate that anymore, because you both know. And so at this point, you need to come back and really be in the space of love, you know, because you both genuinely do, or at least it feels that way, but it feels like you guys care about each other, right? Care about each other. And so, you know, so again, I'm just really busy working. So this is, again, the pride. This is the independence. This is like, I don't need you. This is the, I don't need you. I could do bad on my own energy. And so you both isolate alone and think that nobody cares. It's like, I mean, guys, that's it. Come on, surrender. Can we forgive and forget? Can we, the love is here. Can it move past that stage? It needs depths. You both need to give more of each other in how you feel and what you feel, your emotions. All right, Spirit, what other blockages for this connection? Boundaries. Givers need to set limits. Takers never do. Say no. What other blockages here? I see what's happening. So you, because of this level of independence and illusion, stop lying to yourself, trust your intuition. This level of independence creates extremely hard boundaries, which again, the boundaries may be too hard here, which doesn't allow you both to be in depth and love. And so this illusion, you both stop lying to yourself, trust your intuition. Like, you guys have to stop lying about what you show on the outside, right? And be more in the space of love if you guys truly love each other. And again, this is only if you guys love each other. If you hate this person, then I'm not really sure. I'm not sure why we're clicking on the video. But, you know, because this is not an energy of 100% hate. There's a lot. Let's look at what your untold messages for the heart. I feel like there's a lot. This is a very complicated energy because there's growth here. There is growth, but it has to be wanted from both sides. And the ego, like, it really feels like the ego needs to be dropped. And then the depths, allow the depths of the connection to kind of take more of a forefront, right? I want to give you more of me and I want more of you, you know? So let's see, what's the untold message of the heart for this person? What is the untold message of the heart? Yeah, surrender again. I can't be apart from you much longer. I really, like, you guys, I have to say, like, that sacral energy, that sexual tension is going to be the driving force back. But you can't allow that, right? Because it's not sexual. It's not just sexual. It's really the need for the intimacy. And what I feel like, it's, you both are communicators through the sacral. So you show your loves through the sex. And that's where it gets confusing, because it's like, it's extremely, it feels loving. So the sex must be very, very loving. But then the communication isn't. And it's very confusing. And that's why the opening up needs to happen. So what else, Spirit? The untold message of the heart. Nervous. You make me lose my cool and I just don't know how to act in your presence. I mean, you guys, and then there's confusion. I don't know. You know, it just, you guys need to talk. I'm not going to even push it anymore. You guys know what you need to do. And the conversation is definitely needed to clear the air and really give up each other. All right, Spirit, give me, sorry. Give me more. What else is the untold message of the heart of this person? No other can hold a candle to you. You're all I've ever wanted and more. And that is very true. And I denied my feelings for you for a long time, but it didn't work. The feelings only grew stronger and stronger each day. You still hold the key to my heart. And that is the depths. Like, it's time to share. This is a connection that needs to finally open up and stop this level of, it is toxic, you guys. It is not healthy for neither of you if you really care about each other. This is for people who genuinely not know narcissistic crap. All right, so let's see. What is the guidance for Sag? Sag, what is the guidance for Sagittarius, please? I mean, soul connections. You have met a person who you feel a deep connection with. This could be a soulmate, a karmic soul, or even your twin flame. You were destined to meet so you can learn life lessons from each other. This is not always easy, but it will be worth it. Treasure these people because they are rare. You know, so this is definitely, you guys, like, mutually see each other. That's what I'm saying in the beginning. I said you guys see each other as soulmates, or more of one person. But I feel it's mutual now. I see it feels it's mutual. This is mutual. It's time to open the heart space. That Empress energy is very, very, that feminine Empress energy is unconditional. It's to be in the heart space now. So your message from Source, Sag, is I see the indescribable beauty that is you. Choose to see yourself through these loving eyes and your life will change in miraculous ways. You know, and this is about lightening up, right? Seeing the indescribable beauty of you. So you need to choose to see yourself through these loving eyes so your life will change in miraculous ways. You know, you don't, the validation, the ego is not necessary for, you know, because that's, the ego creates the resistance and the walls, right, when in fear. And that's why the independence is where the validation gets, there is a need for validation, knowing that you're independent. It's a show, right? You don't need to show their independence. You just need to know and be independent, right? And that's why choose to see yourself through these loving eyes. When you see yourself through those loving eyes and you just know you're just being, you don't have to show You know, you'll see life differently, and you will show up in your connections differently as well. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, I could be dealing with a Capricorn if I wanted to say. I don't know why Capricorn wanted to come out, but Sag, this is your read. I'm going to leave it here. I love you. Please like, share, subscribe, click that bell button if you enjoy my frequency. But with that said, live always relentlessly in striving aspiration. This is the evolution of your soul, and I'm here to nurture you. Until next message. Bye.